welcome to this week's Coaches Corner. We're back with Doug English, head volleyball coach. Get a chance to talk about this weekend. Last weekend was a good weekend, and this weekend was a great one. 4-0 down in California. Talk about this weekend and what went right.
Yeah, I mean, everything went right. It was, the girls were ready to play, and the experience we had last weekend playing really tough matches really helped us out this weekend and being able to pull out some really close matches, specifically the one against Dixie State, and we had a close game against Point Loma that we pulled out, and then, against Cal Baptist, we won a 28-26 game in Game 2 that really kept the match in our favor, whereas if we lost that game, who knows what could have happened.
How nice is it you go into now conference play 7-1? I know you wanted to have a good record going into conference play because that translates to higher rankings end of season. So how nice is it to be where you wanted to be?
Yeah, no, it feels good. I think we accomplished everything we wanted to accomplish in our preseason and got out of it with a 7-1 record. And if you kind of told me going into this that we ended up 7-1, I'd be really, really happy and say we're in a really good place for postseason right now. And that's kind of what it was, and that's what we talked about this weekend going into it, is that we got 4 one-game playoffs to make it into the NCAA tournament at the end of the year, and we took advantage of every opportunity that was given to us. And then now we just start all over. Everybody's 0-0, and the only way we're guaranteed to make it in the tournament is by winning our conference, and that starts with Central on Thursday.
Let's talk about Central. 3 days down in California, they were at the same tournament. What did you get to see that will help you, or did you get a chance to look at them?
We got to watch them play a little bit, but our main focus wasn't on them. It was on the teams they were playing. They played Cal Baptist right before us, which helped us create a nice game plan for Cal Baptist. And then I forget who else we watched them play. We watched them play Azusa Pacific also for a game or so. And it wasn't, just by watching, they're a good team, and they didn't lose much from last year, and it's just a battle anytime you play them. And then now that we're getting into conference and everybody has a chance to scout everybody and watch film and try and figure out what you do and make you not trying to make it so you don't do what you like to do, I think it gets going to be a tough match, and it's going to be a long match, and it's going to be whoever can kind of execute under pressure situations and under situations that we've been executing kind of all year as far as taking advantage of easy points.
Most of the teams at the top of the conference have most of their players back. How does that stack up for you? Does that give you a chance to win the conference, or do the ladies have that fire to win the conference?
I think watching the 4 teams this weekend, I think any of the 4 teams that were there have a chance to win our conference, and SPU beat Dixie State the weekend before, and I think they're going to be a very strong team too. So I think it's a matter of who can come out and want to play hard every night and be able to execute every night. And so far we've been, with the last 2 weekends we've had, 8 really tough games, that are 9 if you count C of I, and that was a tough match too. That'll get us ready to start conference on Thursday against another match that's, a top, I think last year they were in the top 15 in the country, or last week they were top 15 in the country.
Looking at the polls, they haven't come out yet this week, but this potentially could be a top 25 battle. Potentially, Crusaders make their first appearance in the top 25 poll in the NCAA ranks. And like you said, Central was 13 last week. They're most likely are going to stay pretty close to that mark. How exciting is that first home match of the season and first conference match? This is a big one. It's
huge. It sets us up for, any match we play is huge, and with the goals we have of trying to win our conference, we got to win every match, and to have it come home and to finally have people outside of Nampa seeing or recognizing that we're playing really good volleyball here is really, it's nice and it's fun and it's good for the girls and it's good for us. But as soon as we start kind of getting involved in that and not the day-to-day stuff, that's when we're going to start losing, and it's going to not even matter. But the match against Central, it's 2 really good volleyball teams, 2 very competitive volleyball teams, two programs that have been competitive last year and this year, and have both of us, really, really want to win this game. And so I think that just going into it, so it's high-level volleyball with 2 competitive teams, and hopefully, it'll be a really, really fun night, win or lose for us.
Looking at this past weekend, you guys, the 5-set match against Dixie, then you turn the corner, just absolutely cruised through the match against Azusa Pacific, and the match I was worried about, playing at Cal Baptist, the highlight match of the whole weekend, and aside from a 28-26 game, you kind of cruised through that. Is this team now hitting its stride? Is it's at their peak form right now?
Our 2 matches on Saturday were probably 2 of the best matches we played since I've been here in the last 2 years. I mean, we executed pretty flawlessly, and we would have beat almost anybody we would have played, and I was really worried about Cal Baptist too. They had 2 really good pin hitters, and we were able to put like Elena Rice. Both teams had really good right sides, and we were able to put Elena Rice, match them up with both of them, and kind of she took both of them attacking wise out of the game, and that was a really big thing for us. And then everybody, we executed at a level that we haven't executed for the 2 years that I've been here, and so hopefully we can sustain that. And if we can sustain that, we're going to be extremely successful, not just in our conference but nationally. But yeah, the goal is we got to stay healthy and stay focused and be able to sustain the level that we were at. And it wasn't easy. We played really good volleyball, and the girls were focused every point, and took advantage of every opportunity that we had, and that was something that we didn't do as well the weekend before. And so finally it kind of started to click, and Michelle did an amazing job running our offense and getting everybody involved, and it was a really fun 2 matches. And it's still, the Cal Baptist one was emotionally a little bit easier. Not emotional. Azusa Pacific was emotionally a little bit easier, but the Cal Baptist, even though we won, it was never, I don't think there was ever a time where we felt like we had that match completely in control. We were just able to execute and come up with a couple clutch plays at the end of game 2, and then keep it going through game 3. That's one thing that we've been doing really well, is just sustaining a really high level of play and not making a lot of errors, and not beating ourselves, and being able to make plays to beat the other team.
Well, I appreciate it. We look forward to what's going to be an exciting Thursday evening against Central Washington.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks a lot,
appreciate
Coach.
it.
And now some highlights from the weekend. The Crusader men's soccer team, wearing black, took on Dominican on Friday night and picked up the 3-2 win. We've got a few highlights from the game showing some of the close scoring chances for the Crusaders. Michael Millay had the game winner with just over 6 minutes left in regulation. Also in action this weekend, the women's soccer team took on Cal State East Bay Saturday and picked up the 1-1 draw. Sarah Jenkins had the first goal of the season for the Crusaders, who will be back in action today, Monday, against Dominican. And at West Park in Nampa, the Crusader cross-country teams got their season started. Both teams finished second in the team race, with Susanna Fleming leading the way on the women's side, and Chase Cunningham picking up a second-place finish. And we'll have some comments about the weekend from Chase in just a few moments. We're here with sophomore Chase Cunningham, who this weekend was second at the Roger Curran Invitational. Had a big weekend where he shaved about 30 seconds off your time from last year at the same meet that you won. Tell me about the weekend. How did things go for you?
It was really good. I wasn't really sure what to expect, just because I didn't do a whole lot of off-season training, but I was excited for the team because we have a lot of new good guys, and that just turned out really well for everybody. Last year I won, but there's a little bit less competition, but actually our 4th guy, who's a red shirt right now just because we're working on some technical stuff, came in on where I did last year, so that's good news.
Talk about this year's team. Last year, just 5 guys, a lot of pressure on everybody to perform.
Yeah.
Having a couple more guys out there to help train with, push the team, and to take some of that pressure off. How much has that helped so far?
It's helped a lot, just because Isaac, he's our top freshman recruit. He's right behind me. He actually is the reason why I sped up in the race. Can't let a freshman get you. But he's really fast, and he's added a lot of just depth to the team, as well as Gabe. He surprised all of us. He did all the workouts, so he came in all in shape and everything. Showed us up that first week. So
How nice was it to get out there and get a chance to compete against somebody aside from the guys you sit across the class from?
It was nice. College of Idaho, I know some of the guys, so there's some guys that definitely wanted to be just because high school rivalries, you know. So.
Now you guys go up to Spokane this weekend. What's the focus for this weekend? Obviously, run fast and do your best.
I haven't really looked at it too much. Just like the last race, I want to go out there and race. I'll worry about the strategy when it occurs. I just want to have fun. So.
People, they go to the soccer games, they go to the basketball games, and it's very easy to tell how the team's doing because they have standings. Talk about the unique factor of cross country, that it's all one day at that championship, and how the season works up to getting you ready for that day.
Every day we're just out there working. We're doing small things just to get ready, so we're prepared for that meet. But really, we're just looking at conference and regionals this year because we just found out they're taking another spot at regionals to nationals. So, I mean, if we all break through and train together and stay healthy, we could maybe have a shot at that. So we're just kind of looking at that. Everything seems to be lining up, just as long as we can get everybody there. So.
And you guys also have the coolest shirts. Last year, everybody wanted the camo shirts. Has everybody been bugging you about getting one of these?
Last year nobody really liked them too much, but yeah, these ones, I mean, I'll just walk around and everybody's like, hey, I like your shirt, so it's nice.
Well, congratulations this weekend,
thanks.
and good luck the rest of the season, Chase.
Okay,
thanks for joining
thanks.
us.